Welcome, guys. So today I'm trying to talk about a gamma function. So so I'm talking about the gamma function, and please subscribe to this Matrix channel. And I'm Ian, and reference basically follow the Untitled Chapter 13. Okay, so before I start, please subscribe to my channel and click like button and leave the comment of what you learned before. Okay. So the gamma function usually is defined to be here, right? So the first things I will show is that the gamma function has these two usual variants. Okay, so we start from here. So first one that maybe I guess everyone knows, right? I can let t be y squared. So the gamma of z will be exponential minus y squared. So it's y to z minus 2 dt is 2y dy. So this is very easy, 2y dy. And so this is 2 exponential minus y squared, y to the 2z minus 1 dy. Okay, so and then we just change this y, go back to t. Okay, so this is 1. Okay, and for this one, also very easy to guess is that, let me see, I can relate y to be exponential minus t. So we have 0 to infinity, exponential is y. Okay, so now minus t, negative t is just log y, and the t is log 1 over y, right? So we have 1 over y to the z minus 1 dt. So minus dt is 1 over y dy. Okay, so dt is just y dy. Notice that we put t equals to 0, it becomes 1, right? When put infinity, there's minus sign here. When you put infinity, it becomes 0, right? So this negative sign can be exchanged with this 1, 0. So finally, we have this y cancel with y. So we have log 1 over y z minus 1 dy. Okay, so this is this. Okay. Okay, then derive the recurrence relation. This is also it's easy to prove here. Okay, so I think I proved in other videos. Okay, but maybe we can prove it. So it's this. And then we do what? We can do the, because I just, okay, and then we can do the integration by part. So it's this minus, do the derivative, this is z respect to t, right? We have this. And then when t goes to infinity, this term will dominate. When t goes to 0, this is 0, right? So this is exactly z, gamma of z. Okay, so we have this, and then we have this, right? Because that 1 is easy to verify that gamma 1 is 1, right? And the gamma 2 is also 1, right? So you can get this by just using this. Okay, so this is the 3 common integral definition, right? And the motivation, I already say that since we have the relation, so motivation is basically we want to say that gamma n plus 1 can be replaced by can be viewed as the generalization of the n factorials. Okay, and I want to talk about other definitions. So the first definition is this integral. As it is in product form. So gamma of z can be defined to be limit n goes to infinity, 1 times 2 times 3 times up to n, and then z times z plus 1, z plus 2, and z plus n to the z. Okay, and the reason is that, by the way, z cannot be the negative integer, right? Otherwise, the denominator will be 0. Okay, so how to prove this gamma z is the same, right? So the first thing is that one can show that gamma 1 of 1 is 1, right? This is basic definition, right? If you put z equals to 1, then you get the 1, 2, 3, n, right? Both also all cancel, right? So you get 1. And the next that you can check that gamma z plus 1 can be defined to be this, right? If z plus 1, you just put z plus 1, right? So get this and this. Then you just times z here and times z both denominator and numerators. So you can separate these terms into two terms, like nz divided by this, and all the factors which are similar. By the way, this n comes from this z plus 1. Okay, so you can so this is exact when n goes to infinity. This is z, right? So this is just z gamma z. So now we have shown that this is exactly the same as our integral representation. Okay, and the final is that final one is this in infinite product. Okay, so this is probably the most difficult one. Okay, so 1 over gamma z can be defined to be z exponential gamma z. Okay, so this is also gamma. This is Euler Mascheroni constant. So let me write down the definition. Okay, so if you can go back to my other video channel. I will prove this gamma exists. Okay. So basically, it's like I think it's 0.5 something. So 1 over n divided by minus log n, and take n to 1 to infinity. Sorry, this should be, I should write this 1 over k. So basically, or you can just write it as this. And take n to be infinity. Okay, so 1 over, okay, so to prove this is correct, so this is our goal. If we start from gamma z, right, we have this, right, and then we can write it as limit n to infinity 1 over z. We just take out this 1 over z, and that could be 1 plus z divided by n minus 1 n to the z. Yeah, so you just pull out this factor. You just pull out z, right, and then combine to this infinite product minus 1 n to the z. Okay, so 1 over gamma of z, if you just z, right, infinite product 1 plus z, and this negative 1 become 1, right, and n to the negative z, right. So an n to a negative z can be replaced to be this, right. So this is n to the infinity z exponential negative log n z, and the times n from 1 to n 1 plus z n. Right, so just pull out this z, and the n of z become this term and this term. So we got this. Okay, and so finally, okay, so yeah, so this is the probably the confusing point. So now let me just write it down carefully so everyone can see it. Okay, right, so this is all we have. Right, so this is okay. So now we have this, right? Suppose so this is just another representation of you just take exponential 1/2, 1 plus half, 1 over 3, but 1 over n z can be written as this. Okay, so this term I can just times this factor. I just times this factor. Okay, and this, and this factor. Right, since I times this factor, so I need to times another factor just to cancel it. Right, so nothing is special. Okay, so and if you take limit n goes to infinity, then all of these terms, right, all these terms, you can take out this z, right? If you can take out this z, so besides for this z, right? These terms or these term combination become this, and by definition this is gamma, okay? And the rest just follow the definition. I just write down, okay? Right, this is just another representation. So another part. So all these parts, so this part become exponential gamma z. Okay, so combine so now we have the many representation, many or equivalent definition for the gamma function, 3 integral forms, 2 infinite products form. Okay, and I prove all of it. Okay, I think this is good for today's video. And the next time we will prove the functional relations. And I think this is a very short introduction for the gamma function. And I think that's all. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Before you leave, be sure to subscribe to my channel and maybe click the like button and leave the comment of what you learned today. Okay, I will see you guys in the next videos.